Hey folks, and welcome to this week's edition of Double K's Fresh Take. This week on Double K's Fresh Take, I'm going to be examining the training camp battles for the San Francisco 49ers. The Niners look like a weak team coming into this year. I'm not going to deny that. But I think that they definitely have some interesting battles going on in training camp that will determine whether or not this team can be a perennial playoff team, or not perennial, but a potential playoff team, or if this is a team that's going to be picking in the top 10 next year, which is the more likely scenario. Let's see. Camp battle number 5 is the nickel corner position. Nickel corner is a position that's going to be huge for the 49ers because at this point, Coach Jim O'Neill says that Jimmy Ward is the guy he wants opposite Tremaine Brock as the starting cornerback. So this nickel cornerback position will become huge in establishing us as a dominant passing defense and a team that can hold their own with some of the top passing offenses in the league. That starts with this battle between these two young men. Will Redmond is a 6-foot rookie cornerback out of Mississippi State. He was, of course, drafted this year and brought to the 49ers. He was brought in for his size, his skills with being able to track balls, which I think will come in handy for him out of the nickel cornerback position. And the other guy is Chris Davis. Davis is a 3-year vet. He's played with San Francisco and San Diego. They brought him in. He has a total of 16 tackles for his career, 2 assist tackles, 14 of those are solo. He has 1 pass deflect and 1 fumble recovery to his credit. The kid's not exactly spectacular, but he could shine in that nickel corner position and be able to help the 49ers to be able to, compete in the NFC West and in the NFL this year. I think the winner of this position is going to end up being Will Redmond. Redmond just seems to be more acclimated to what it is, being that he comes in with a fresh mind and this is a new defense for the 49ers. So I think him, and another name to watch out for would be Keith Reaser, another cornerback that I think that might be able to make an impact in rotating in Davis as well. All right, so the next position that we're talking about here, number 4 position, is the inside linebacker position opposite NaVorro Bowman. The guys that are up for that are right here. Mike Wilhoit, who's a 5-year player, who's played with the 49ers for all of his career, was drafted by us in 2012, has 213 tackles to his career, 3 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery. He's a good kid. I think that he has a lot of experience, but this is all brand new. So his opponent in this matchup is Gerald Hodges, a 4-year veteran, a young player again, but he knows NaVorro Bowman. They played together at Penn State. He played for Minnesota for most of his career, was picked up off of waivers by the 49ers last year and brought in to play opposite and played strong. So it's going to come down to these two. I think Wilhoit, just due to his experience with the team, is going to end up getting the victory or end up getting the position. So look for him to start opposite Bowman, but expect Hodges to get some key rotations. And a guy that could come out of nowhere that's been surprising in camp and otherwise is Ray Armstrong. So he could come out and end up being the guy that gets the position out of nowhere. So, all right. Next up is the right tackle position opposite Joe Staley. These guys are the guys that are currently at the top of my list, the guys that should get the position. Eric Pierce, former New England Patriot, a guy that I have a lot of respect for. He played well for us in spot duty last year. He's a 10-year vet. Like I said, he played for Buffalo. He played for San Francisco. Played for Oakland for a while. Played for Denver. So this guy's been around the league a lot. Played in a lot of games. Doesn't get hurt often. I could see him filling in great at that right tackle position. But Anthony Davis's return from retirement shows that we have depth at that position now. We can definitely have multiple guys who know how to play that position well to be able to put out there. So we'll see. Or they can move Pierce inside to guard if he's capable of doing that, and start Davis at the tackle position, therefore shoring up one more side of our line. But we'll see. I expect Anthony Davis to win this camp battle. And end up the starter week 1. But we'll see what happens, because there's also Brown and Cooper, who both have legitimate shots at being able to take the position. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that and watch. Last but not least, or second to last but not least, is the wide receiver position opposite Torrey Smith. The two candidates that are both veterans to this team that I feel are up there for it are these two guys. The first guy, may recognize him from a few years back. He's been our punt returner for the past couple of years. He's a speedy, shifty little guy standing at 5'9", out of South Carolina, 3 years experience. Bruce Ellington, who last year went for 183 yards, no touchdowns, but has played for us his entire career of 2 years. He was drafted in 2014. The kid has the ability to stretch the field, and having him opposite Torrey Smith could do well if he can learn how to run his routes correctly. Patton, once again, has been with us for a few years already. He's a 4-year vet. He spent his entire career with San Francisco. Last year he had a career high, 30 receptions, 394 yards. This is another kid that both of these guys, one in the slot and one in the 2 spot, could do damage for this 49ers squad. We'll see what they do, but I expect the winner to come opposite is Patton, just because he has a little bit more experience, and I expect him to be able to push Ellington to a slot position, which will actually do better for him and his career. So we'll see what happens with that, but those are my predictions for that position. The last position is the most important position, and that is QB, and it's between these two guys. Blaine Gabbert played half the year last year. Colin Kaepernick played half the year last year. Both of them played like crap last year. Can they turn it around with Chip Kelly's new offense? Both of them have admitted that accuracy is going to be the main component to deciding whether or not they make they get the quarterback position. And unfortunately, Kaepernick has not been known to be that accurate of a quarterback. Both of them are very similar in age, being that both have been in the league for 6 years. Gabbert was taken with the number 11 pick by the Jaguars in that draft. Kaepernick was taken in the top of the second round by the 49ers, who at the time had Alex Smith. As these two battle it out, I expect Gabbert to win the starting position week 1. But I expect Kaepernick to take over from him at some point during this season, maybe due to bad play, maybe due to just better play during practice, and Kelly thinking that Kaepernick gives him a better shot to win. But that's it from Ninerville. My name is Double K. Be sure to catch Double K's Classroom in a few weeks. Be sure to catch the upcoming 5 and 7 part specials from me, of one about fantasy football coming up this Thursday coming up the following Thursday, you'll be able to see, or actually it just was past this Thursday, that you saw the first one of this Thursday with quarterbacks, and also college football focus, which will start next week with the Stanford Cardinal. So be sure to check us all out. Double K's Classroom on Fridays, Planet of Cole, Revolving Door Fridays, Double K, or West Coast Bias, Raw Impact Unleashed, all of it. 4 Aces, 12 shows, one unique sound. Peace.